Is that a good level? Is that a... Hey, how you doing? I'm Victor Vandeslug. Hi, I'm Victor Vandeslug. Welcome to my channel. We are doing a second video on cooking today to follow up on the bagel video from a couple weeks ago. Today we are going to be doing a recipe sent over by my friend Neko. Condensed milk bread. I've never tried it before, so this is going to be the first go at it. I will put the recipe below. I will also put the link to the video she sent me below, so we can, give credit where credit's due, I guess. I'm sure it was original recipe. Yeah, whatever. I don't know why I'm looking at you like that. But here we go. A cup of warm milk. It doesn't say how hot the milk should be. I think it just says room temperature, but who knows what the hell that means, so... We're going to get a cup. I think I got this up to like 105 degrees. That should be good enough. Alright, so that is much thicker than I thought it was. Oh my gosh. I've never used this stuff before. So there we go. Condensed milk. Give that a nice stir. Let's see what we got. We got an egg, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and then we got 2 1/4 teaspoon or 1 packet of active dry yeast. Now in the original recipe I think they accidentally put 2 1/4 cups of yeast. Yeah, I'm guessing that was a mistake. So we're just gonna do this. Yeah, it also doesn't say specifically to let it bloom, but I'm going to let it sit for a little bit and we'll come back to it, yeah? Be right back. Alright, that looks a little frothy, I guess. Alright, next up it says 3 1/4 all-purpose. Or 400 grams if you're measuring that way. And a teaspoon of salt. And now here it says to just mix it by hand in the other video. I'm sure you could probably use a mixer, but we're going to trust the process. We'll just give it some mixing until it gets all, fuzzy, I guess. Fuzzy. I know I got some comments on the last video that I need to get one of those little like portable boom mics. I'll get one of those eventually. This will be much more enjoyable in the mixer, but we're getting there. That's kind of a shaggy dough, yeah. Did I say fuzzy before? I meant shaggy. Shaggy? I think that's what all the cookery people say. All the professional bakers. Get yourself a shaggy dough. 1/4 cup softened butter. Okay. Okay, that looks softened. Maybe a little more on the melty side, but that's fine. Okay, I think that's kind of incorporated enough. Looks kind of good. Alright. So we're going to lightly flour. Oof, that's a sticky dough. Now the secret to a good workout is to make sure you switch hands or switch sides, yeah? Make sure your left side gets just as much as your right side. Yeah. It's all about balance. Now this dough is feeling pretty good, but we're going to get it a little bit further. Alright. Now the test they did was to get a little square See how it's tearing? It's not quite good enough yet. You gotta keep going. All right. Let's try this again. Okay, we're not tearing there. That should be good. Alright, drop a little bit of oil. Oh. I need glass bowls. Glass bowls and a boom mic. Somebody mark that down. Beautiful. We got it all oiled up. So now we're going to give it a cover. Let it rise for about an hour. On to video games. Alright, here we go. It says it should be double in size. That didn't look like it rose up too much, did it? Did I fuck something up? Was it 2 1/4 yeast? Anyways, supposed to punch it down. There is no air in that whatsoever. We're going to keep going. It feels nice though. Let's see what we got. I can't remember in the other video if it was like super big or not. Let's see here. Let's cut it in half. We're going to... Is that about half? Skadoosh. Skadoosh. Alright. Get that one out. We're gonna try to roll these flat. Dough feels good. Maybe it's fine. I'll have to look at that video again, just to see if it raised up enough. I mean, we'll be able to taste here in just a little bit, right? All right, and it says to tightly wrap. What does tightly wrapped dough mean? Okay, flip it over. Let's try and stretch that out and seal it all up. Come on. Pinchy, 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 pinchy. Alright, there's one. Seal it all up, yeah. And then it says to do it in portions of 7. Let's see, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. We're not getting 7. Here, let's try to get 7 out of this one. Do we get 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There, there's 7. 7 on that. Alright, now we're going to transfer those to parchment papered pan. I think I'd almost rather butter this than do parchment paper, but we're going to follow the process. Believe in the process, trust the process. Alright, that looks fine. And now we're going to let it rise for another 45 minutes. So we'll make up some spaghetti while we're waiting for that. Alright, here we go. It came up a little bit. Starting to wonder if I did something wrong. with the rice. Maybe it'll be okay. We're gonna take a look. All right, then we got the egg wash. I already did a little bit of it, but it's basically 1 egg and 2 tablespoons of milk. Just brushing that on. It's gonna give the nice kind of brown top. Hopefully. I don't know. These things don't look big enough. We're gonna find out though. All right, so we're gonna put these in the oven, 350 degrees for how long? 20 to 22 minutes. We'll make the glaze while they're inside. All right, here we go. All right, so for the glaze, we got 3 tablespoons softened butter, and then 3 tablespoons of condensed milk. Look how thick this is. What the heck am I going to use this for? Does anybody know what to use condensed milk for? I'm obviously not using a whole can. Whoop. Alright, so that's 1. And sure, about 2. What else do you use condensed milk for? I think I used it for Thanksgiving and something last year. Just give that some rubs arounds. There we go. A nice glaze. All right, let's see what these look like. Oh, those don't look too bad actually. Look at that, they came right up. Look at that. Looks like they're supposed to. So that's, you know, something. We'll let those cool down for a little bit and we'll get on to the next step. All right, try and get these out of here. They shouldn't be too hot, right? I'm just kidding, they're not hot. Oop. Dude, those don't look too bad. There's a little crack right there, but maybe that's just the way these things are. Like I said, I've never had these before, so a little crack right there. Is that normal? I don't know. Dude, those look pretty good. They're nice and warm. Right, so we got 2 very, very nicely browned buns in front of us. What are we gonna do? Gonna get them glazed up, yeah? Get that glaze all over the buns. Hopefully this is still warm enough to where, you know, it'll make it just sheen a little bit more than frost. But you know, here, we're gonna put that down because it's sliding. I don't know, you just want to make sure the buns are covered evenly, yeah? That looks good. I think that's good. What the heck am I going to do with all that glaze? What am I going to do with all that condensed milk? What am I going to make out of that? Alright, we'll let that sit for a little while. Clear up and then we'll do a pull, yeah? Dripped a little here. It's okay. Sometimes the glaze drips off. That's fine. That's why you got towels. Alright, here we go. I mean, they look sticky enough. Again, I've never had these before, so I'm not sure exactly what they're supposed to be like, but it looks like the video I got them off of, right? So let's see what we got here. We'll go right in the middle. Doesn't look too bad. I mean, it just smells like regular bread. Let's see what we got. Alright, so there we go. It is a little thick. I guess I could have gotten probably a couple more slices out of that and still had it come out okay. But, you know, serve it with something something delicious like some garlic bread. Was it good? Was it good? Good? Alright, let's give it a shot. Alright, first time having condensed milk bread. It just smells like white bread. It's not too bad. I was expecting a little bit more like a glazed donut, I guess, but no, it's not even that sweet. Just a little bit. Mm-hmm. A little bit of butter on it's really good. There we go, Neko. The condensed milk bread. I'd make that again. I think Stormy might actually really like that. It's coming out in a couple weekends, so we'll give it a shot. Anyways, that is it. I still have shakshuka on the list of things to do. We're going to do some snickerdoodles. If you have any other ideas for me to try, either first time, many times, all the time, glaze up them buns. No, don't say that. Anyways, let me know. Hope you guys have a good night. Bye!